Cowabunga, dudes and dudettes. This is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and I have a very special video for you today because I have a surprise guest, my little nephew Johnny. He's gonna help out with the review. So for today, we'll be taking a look at the Star Wars Rogue One Imperial Star Destroyer model kit from Revell. Now, taking a look at the front of the box, we can see some awesome box art featuring the Star Destroyer with the Death Star in the background. We can see that this particular model kit includes lights and sounds, and it is a snap-tight model kit. Turning the box around, we can see an image of the actual Star Destroyer, as well as all the parts that are included. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this thing open and see what we have inside. And here is the Star Destroyer out of the box. And as you can see, I have all the pieces laid out to build this awesome vehicle. It looks pretty interesting and I'm pretty excited to put it together. So what are we waiting for? Let's build ourselves a Star Destroyer.
Hello, my name is Johnny and I'm going to show you my Star Destroyer. First we're going to start off with these.
Now what are those?
These are the shields, and the real shield is right here. When the ship is attacking, they put up the shields and it protects itself. And these are the Power Ranger generators that mostly connect to the shield and make it that can't break. And this goes with these too. And you can see there's cannons right here. And you can move them, and it also makes noise and glows, and the buttons like right here where I'm pointing, and you press it and it makes that noise and a hyperdrive noise. And also it has the things where the TIE Fighter comes out and you can stand it. And this thing you can open, and this one's hard, so it'll probably take for a few minutes. My tail's gonna help me really quick. This one's easy. And see, my deal helped me, and you can also stand it. And one just did that. And mostly you can stand it, and that's partly it. But there's one more thing. The batteries go right here. If you forget, they'll die. And mostly all these lines are the bridge, and mostly you'll see the Star Destroyer in Star Wars, and they mostly come out in The Last Jedi too, and in Force Awakens, the old Star Wars, Phantom Menace and stuff.
Where is that Star Destroyer from?
From Rogue One.
Yeah.
Rogue One too. And you see them in Star Wars, Emperor, Stormtrooper, Darth Vader. And I'm also gonna come right back with something. So see you later in a few minutes. I brought back some of my toys. I got ATSC, you can move this. I think you can move this too, but it's pretty hard. This one you can move. And also I got a TIE Fighter. I got it from a game, but I lost the game. It's actually a board game. And I got a actual X-Wing from The Force Awakens.
Hold up the X-Wing and the Star Destroyer. See the size. See how big they are? The difference?
You can see that these blow it up with the cannons, and the TIE Fighters come down from here and shoot the X-Wings. And the X-Wing is mostly opened and closed, but this one doesn't have another one that opens and closes. But I'm still working on it because it broke, so I have to fix it and stuff. I tried to glue it, but it still doesn't work. And the ATSD doesn't move its legs right here. So that's probably it for today. I'll make one another day so you can see. Bye!
Alright guys, now with my nephew doing his thing, I'm gonna go ahead and do mine. So let's take a closer look at the Star Destroyer from Rogue One. Now this is a pretty cool design, pretty simple for what you've seen from your standard Star Destroyers. But this is actually pretty cool. This is actually a model kit that took me about 10 to 15 minutes to put together. It's just snapped together, and you really don't need any paint since these things don't really have any paint detailing, but you can actually add a subtle wash to this if you really wanted to, because if you look closely, there's lots of panel lining that can be done with all that detail and whatnot. The detail on this is pretty fancy. I do like that quite a bit, going through all those midsections right there. You can see all the panels. There's some blasters right there, some cannons. You can even see all this up here, just nicely detailed. Just looks very, very well done. Again, no real paint needed, but if you really wanted to, you could add some panel lining, maybe get something like a Gundam marker or a really extra fine Sharpie to add all that extra detail. I think it would be very cool for you guys to do something like that. I kind of want to do some weathering on this just to make it a little better looking, but that's going to be entirely up to my nephew, see if he wants to do that. But this is very, very cool. Again, you can see where the TIE Fighters come out and things like that. I think it's pretty awesome. It measures about 16 inches long, so you can see that it's actually pretty big, and you'll see the size comparison shortly. But these things do rotate like so, fire the little cannons elsewhere and whatnot. I think it's very, very cool. He did show that we do have some stands right here to hold it up, and you can, and when you place it on the shelf, you can pop up these little stands right there, and it will display very nicely. With things like, especially if you have any of those like Micro Machine toys from Star Wars, this scales pretty well with stuff like that. So it was pretty cool. I was told by my sister that she actually found this at a dollar store for really, really cheap. So keep on a lookout at those type of places like a Dollar Tree or things like that. So if we turn it around here, we actually see the thrusters and the engine system, and I think that's very cool. Even got some clear blue pieces like that. We do get a power source button right here, because all this is a power section. Even has some vents right here for some speakers, which is very cool. We push that button right there. And we hear some lights and sounds like that, and you can even hear some fire blasts from like TIE Fighters in the ship itself. So we also have this one right here. And that's for going into like things like light speed and just, jetting out of here and being, I love this. This thing's really, really cool. So let's hear those sounds again. So we got this one right here. So that's just a very, very cool toy. And something like this is, I think any kid would absolutely love, even for things like someone like me who's a collector. It's not too crazy big and it's not too crazy small, and it still looks very cool with the amount of detail that we have in this. So if you can find this, and again, you might find it on the cheap, and I definitely think it's worth it. It's not too difficult to put together. It's a lot of fun. It makes for a really cool toy or a very cool display piece. So if you can find it, I highly recommend it because it is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here it is standing next to a Marvel Legends Captain America figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is standing next to a TIE Fighter and an AT-ST from my nephew's collection. And just for fun, Here it is, standing next to a little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys. Our review of the Star Wars Rogue One Imperial Star Destroyer model kit from Revell. Now overall, this is a really fun toy. It almost doesn't feel like a model kit. Yes, you snap the pieces together, which is really cool because there is zero glue required, and there is zero paint required, which is a very nice touch. It's just a really cool toy, and if you love Star Wars, you will love something like this. It has awesome lights and sounds and terrific detailing. I think this will look perfect in anyone's collections. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.